While some game series seem destined, or doomed, to go on forever, many fall by the wayside all too easily. Populous is one such series. Revisiting the last instalment, Populous The Beginning, raises the question, why did this promising sequel to a genre-defining IP bring things to an end? Released in early 1989, Populous was a groundbreaking RTS experience, putting you in control of an entire tribe of people, giving birth to the God game genre. An incredible success which inspired numerous imitations, it's hard to believe it spawned just 2 sequels before its premature retirement. Populous 2, Trials of the Olympian Gods, released in 1991, and Populous The Beginning, released in 1998. The third and ostensibly final game in the series suffers an unfortunate subtitle, as it was potentially poised as a reboot. Breaking from the traditional isometric view, each area was now fully rendered in true 3D, although the peeps remain 2-dimensional. Looking at it now, I still find the primordial landscapes deeply captivating, if a little barren. As a pre-teen, these were some of the most incredible visuals I'd ever seen, and the combination of worship and sorcery still captures my imagination. Bizarrely enough, each stage takes place on a separate planet, allowing you to rotate and spin an entire globe to assess your challenges and resources. Stages open with a flyover pinpointing the most important geographical information, which was incredibly awe-inspiring back in '98 and still fulfills a necessary gameplay function. Your goal is to guide a matriarchal shaman and her tribe to victory by completing set tasks, from defeating all enemies with a specific spell, to unleashing a reptilian angel of death.
The ancient legends had foretold my coming. I was the one destined to lead. The chosen one. The shaman.
Despite its jaw-dropping opening cinematic, The Beginning doesn't have a strong narrative, and nor does it need one. Each stage feels like a self-contained legend for these ancient people, and it's hard to imagine such primitive beings travelling between planets anyway. In fact, it's the stories I tell myself while playing that made this such an engrossing game as a youngster. What kind of lives might these people lead? Why are such similar tribes so strongly opposed? And does seeing my shaman accidentally blast her own people into oblivion raise an eyebrow amongst the other peeps? If you're the sort of player who enjoys filling the gaps of storytelling and lore that some games leave open, this could be for you. True to its predecessors, Beginning takes things slow at first. The strategic tension only kicks in once priests are introduced, tribesmen with the power to convert enemy followers to your faith. Placing a few of these wise folk around the map guards your villagers much more effectively than warriors, who are easily outnumbered or even converted if left to their own devices. This hierarchical society also inspired some unsettling eugenics right-to-breed style gameplay from my adolescent self, deeming only the holy men worthy of sharing a hut with the shaman, with permission to practice the faith only available via direct lineage or by taking part in the building of a temple, at least when I'm playing, that is. While a little unsettling in hindsight, these self-imposed narratives are really what made the game, though you have less time to daydream once the time stages and invisible enemies are introduced, along with much savvier AI. Populous The Beginning is by no stretch an equal to the original, which laid foundations for an entire genre and inspired countless game developers in the early 1990s. But while Beginnings fails to be much more than another RTS, receiving no sequel of its own, the themes and mood of the Populous setting are really very unique. The small hints at a backstory and the grudges you inevitably develop during harder stages allow you to fill in the world with your own imagination and personality, regardless of how uncomfortable those thoughts may be. And if the harder challenges prove a little too much to bear, take a leaf from my book and turn Populous The Beginning into a town sim. There's something so serene about spending the better part of an hour engorging your tribe into a pretty substantial make-believe society and then wiping an enemy tribe off the face of the earth with about 75 too many warriors. With 2 Point Hospital finding moderate success as a theme hospital revival, I really hope we see the ex-Bulldog developers giving Populous the same love in the future, and a somewhat active online multiplayer community proves there's a fanbase for it too. Perhaps a more imaginatively titled middle and end will come along someday. For the time being, you can easily get hold of the entire Populous series via Good Old Games, which runs seamlessly on Windows 10. Thank you for watching, PC Gamer.